Hey man, what it is, this is Damon. I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App, show your boys some love. There go to PayPal at Dean by any means. Y'all see that heart with the dollar sign? Well, that's the super chat. You can press that at any time your heart desires. Please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated. But you know what you could do for free? You can hit that like and subscribe button. Do not be a eavesdropper. You can hit that like and subscribe button. Do not be an eavesdropper. I was right again. Hey, yo, I want y'all to see what a duck in progress looks like. I'm calling it before it happens. I'm calling it before it happens. Brian Norman Sr. and Jr., please step to the front of the congregation. May the church say amen. We are watching a duck in progress. I just got some questions. Shout out to my guy, manager Marty. I gotta take this line because it applies. We need answers. Brian Norman Sr. and Jr., I just got some questions. Don't get offended. Don't get in your feelings. I just got some questions. I'm going off of what y'all said. See, that's the thing. I got a problem with these fighters, these fighter dads, these promoters. They say stuff and they get mad when you question them about what they said. That's why you know people be liars. Yo, if you ever want to catch a liar, yo, just ask them about something they said. Only liars get mad about you questioning them about something they said. I just want to know, which one is it? After Jaron Boots Ennis had fought Karen Kuka Dojic, Brian Norman Sr. went on every interview he could go on and talk about they wanted Jaron Ennis next. That's what they said. After this fight that Brian Norman just had, they said after this fight that Brian Norman going to have, we want Jaron Boots Ennis next. Didn't they say that, y'all, or am I lying on the fighter and hating? I just got some questions I just want to know, y'all. Just answer the question. He said that, right? So I ain't lying on him, correct? Then you got Brian Norman Jr. coming out here talking about Mario Barrios sitting there in the corner, babysitting belts. That's who I want next. So I just got a question I need answers to. You can't fight both of them at the same time. So who do you really want next? I think we know the answer to that question. I think we know the answer to that question. And why would I say that? Why would I insinuate that he wants Mario Barrios next? Well, then Brian Norman Jr. comes out here and says that, yeah, man, I don't like how Eddie Hearn moved. Eddie Hearn's trying to put my back against the wall. I don't like how he do business, man. He a champion. That boy a champion the same way I'm a champion. That's what Brian Norman Jr. said, y'all. Don't get mad at me. All my people from the A, don't get mad at me, okay? The problem I got with that is, wasn't Brian Norman Sr. on Mill City Boxing talking about he don't like how Bob Arum was moving his son too? Wasn't that his daddy that said he don't like how Bob Arum was moving his son? So, Dean, why do you bring that up? Well, it's no way that Brian Norman Jr. is happy with what he's getting with Top Rank because his daddy's not even happy with it. And his daddy said, I don't want to say that for my son because he's doing business. We all know when people say that, his son actually feels this way, but he'll take the heat instead of his son and then tell the truth and say, I don't really like how they doing business. So Eddie Hearn put your back against the wall by giving you your biggest payday ever. Please put my back against the wall. Hey, yo, if you giving me a unification and my biggest payday ever times 12, he still would have gave me, even if Brian Norman Jr. at maximum made $400,000 this fight, he still gave the man 4 or 5 times. What's that? 4, 8, 12, 16. He still gave the man 3x and a little bit over his biggest payday. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, please put my back against the wall. So, you don't like how Eddie doing business. You don't like how Top Rank doing business. Which one is it? Because you're with Top Rank, Jaron Boots Ennis is with Eddie Hearn. So if you don't like how your promotional company is doing business and you don't like how Jaron Ennis' promotional company doing business, am I wrong for insinuating that he probably going to try to go fight Mario Barrios? But the problem Brian Norman Jr. has with that is that if Jaron Ennis wins this fight, you got to ask yourself this question, Junior. Why would Mario Barrios fight you over Jaron Ennis when it's a highly chance that he loses to either one of you? So if you're Mario Barrios and you're going to fight for the belt, wouldn't you much rather get a chance at having because we all know if he fights Jaron Ennis, he's going to get paid more than he would get paid fighting you, correct? Correct. If he fights Jaron Ennis, he'll get 2 belts instead of 1, correct? Correct. So the question leads, Brian Norman Jr., how you so sure Mario Barrios will want to fight you? I'm just saying, if you Mario Barrios, yo, I'm just asking you a question. Who would you rather fight? If it's a high possibility you lose to either. Now, I know Mario Barrios probably thinks he could beat Brian Norman Jr. more than he could beat Jaron Ennis, but now we talking risk versus reward. And Mario Barrios and the PBC already have a relationship with Jaron Ennis at minimum. So these are just some things that I sit here and I wonder about sometimes when it comes to these fighters, y'all, because they do a lot of double talking. And I am showing y'all that this is a duck in progress. This is a duck in progress right now. They're doing it in front of your face. They're going to try to saturate the landscape. So whatever they do, they can say that they did it. You know how people will say they want this, they want that, they want that. So whatever they get, they could say that they wanted it. But we know that you didn't really want it, though. So like I said, man, I'm just got some questions to ask because Brian Norman Sr. said they want Boots next. Junior said they wanted Boots next. But now you're saying you want Mario Barrios. You don't like how Top Rank doing business, but you don't like how Eddie Hearn doing business either. So it just leaves a bunch of questions of which one is it? I need answers. I'm just saying, Brian Norman Jr., you got to do business with somebody. You ain't signed to the PBC. So it ain't like I don't understand. You will still have to do, and best believe that I can tell you this too, Brian Norman Jr. Al Heyman not giving you $1.7 million to fight Mario Barrios. Y'all want to be the co-main on a PBC card. He is not giving you $1.7 million to fight Mario. I can guarantee you that. And y'all, if Brian Norman Jr. fights Mario Barrio next, and it's anything less than $1.7 million, he's a goddamn duck. I don't want to hear nothing that'll prove it in the pudding. Why would you? Because you still got to pay taxes and lawyer fees and all of that stuff he was complaining about. If he fights Mario Barrios, because they won't be a pay-per-view, so it'll be a straight-up purse guarantee. If he fights Mario Barrios for less than $1.7 million, it'll prove he's a damn duck. I do this, y'all. I told you, Brian Norman Sr. and Jr., y'all should have just kept your mouth shut, but y'all want to keep talking. Then y'all came across the wrong content creator because everybody knows what my saying is. I let people talk that like to talk because you get to see how full of ish they are. And right now, it's looking like Brian Norman Sr. and Brian Norman Jr. are definitely full of ish until they actually stand on business, until they actually do what they say they gonna do. They don't get no respect over these parts because you're a duck, my guy, and you're trying to put a duck in progress. But if this is where I got your back against the wall, Junior. Junior, this is where I got your back against the wall. If you fight Mario Barrios for less than what Eddie Hearn was offering you, that means you lied on Eddie because you can't say he put your back against the wall if you would take a fight against another champion because your words. You say the other guy's a champion just like me. Well, so is Mario Barrios. So if you take anything less, matter of fact, forget less, you better get paid more than $1.7 million. I'm going to make it worse. I don't care what you get paid, but you better get paid more than 1.7 million or use a damn duck. Straight up and down. And can't nobody argue with that factor. Can't nobody argue with you on that factor. Because guess one thing I know about the PBC, Brian Norman Jr., they're going to make sure that Mario Barrios is the A-side because they're going to use your own argument against you. Mario Barrios is more known than you. Mario Barrios has fought better competition than you. Mario Barrios has more title defenses than you. Mario Barrios has been a champion. He's with their promotional company. You want the belt to not fight Jaronennis. So guess who has all the leverage in negotiations between you and Mario Barrios? You guessed it. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Deem by any means. And I holla at y'all.